Do you need the Cloudlifter when you're using the Shure SM7B with the GoXLR audio interface? I'm Jordan from Kettner Creative, and in this video, we're going to help you answer that question. If you are looking for pricing or specs for anything that you see in this video, we do have links down in the description below on where you can buy these with the best price from a variety of online retailers. Now, there's two reasons that you might want a Cloudlifter or any inline preamp with your SM7B and the GoXLR or any other audio interface. Now, the first main reason that you might want an inline preamp is if your interface or the GoXLR can't provide enough gain for the microphone. Now, we don't have to worry about that with the GoXLR here. The GoXLR can provide up to 70 dB of gain, which is a ton of gain, so we don't have to worry about that reason at all. The GoXLR has enough gain to power this microphone. Now, the second reason that we might need an inline preamp is if the preamp built into the GoXLR is too noisy when it's turned all the way up. What happens when you push a preamp harder and harder, it's trying to amplify this tiny signal from the microphone, and when it's amplifying that signal, it sometimes brings the associated background noise with it. So we're going to test to see how loud this preamp is, and if it's any quieter when we plug the Cloudlifter into the GoXLR. So when we look at my setup here, you can see that I have the gate turned off, the EQ is flat, the compressor is turned off. I do have the de-esser on just because I like the way it sounds a little bit better with my voice, and the gain is set to 60 dB. As you look at the mic meter here, you can see that we're right in the middle of the good threshold, and that's exactly where we want to be. So all our gain is set up perfectly without the Cloudlifter installed. I'm just going to put my headphones on now just so I can hear a little bit better, so I can try to tell the difference between these things. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause for 5 seconds, and we're going to listen to see how much noise is coming from the preamp with this current setup. Okay, so that's what the preamp sounds like without a Cloudlifter installed. What we're going to do now is we're going to unplug everything, and then we're going to plug the Cloudlifter into the system. Okay, now that the Cloudlifter is connected to the microphone, so that we go microphone, XLR cable to the Cloudlifter, then the XLR cable comes out of the Cloudlifter into the GoXLR, so it's in line now. When we go over to the software in GoXLR, we did have to switch it to be the condenser mic because that's how it gets the 48 volts of phantom power. We don't need the condenser mic setting when we're plugged straight in with the Shure SM7B, but we do when we add the inline preamp, so the inline preamp can get powered. Now you can see here that we've had a gain reduction of close to 30 decibels. We did come all the way down from 60 to 32. I can see it's a little bit louder right now, so I'm just going to go back down to 31. I think that's a better setting. That's much more representative of where we were. I'm just going to go back to 30 actually. So you can see that we've had a gain reduction of 30 decibels. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to go quiet for 5 seconds so you can hear how loud this is with the Cloudlifter installed. Okay, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to pause again, and we're going to stack those two clips together. So we're going to hear what the silence of just the Shure SM7B sounds like for 5 seconds, and what it sounds like when it's connected to the Cloudlifter. I'm going to boost both to try amplify the differences for you so you can hear them. It'll probably be boosted by something like 12 or 20 dB. I'll leave the notes on the screen so you can see how much I boosted it by, and then we can hear what the noise difference is. Okay, so that's the noise difference between the two options. Now, it's up to you whether or not that difference is big enough. Generally speaking, it will always be quieter with the Cloudlifter. It's just a matter of how quiet do you need it to be. If you're playing a game noise or streaming with the GoXLR, I say skip the Cloudlifter because that little difference is masked by the game noise or the music or whatever you're doing in your live stream anyway. You don't need that perfect silence in the background. Not that you have perfect silence even with the Cloudlifter, you do still have some associated noise with it, but it will be a little bit less background noise with the Cloudlifter. But is it worth $150? Probably not when you're already masking that sound with the game noise. So that's the answer to the question. Do you need the Cloudlifter? I don't think so. For my money, I wouldn't spend the Cloudlifter with this setup. If you do have any questions or comments about anything that you've seen in this video, please leave a comment down in the comment section below. Again, if you are looking for pricing or specs for anything that you see here, we do have links down in the description on where you can buy these from the online retailers. And if you want to see more videos like this in the future, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.